Alright, today I'm going to have some, this is a pork loin that I cut in smaller pieces. And I'm going to have this for lunch today. Not all of it, just a piece of it. But I'm going to cook it in my air fryer in the rotisserie. So you want to dry it off pretty good first. And they say if you want to make it cook more evenly, you could wrap it, which sometimes I do. I guess I'll do it today. Alright, and to tie it, get you a pretty long piece of string. And you don't have to tie it, but I will, just to make it look kind of cool. Nothing too tight. Just kind of like that. Then you I just do it like that. I don't do this too often, but you get the idea. Voila. Now before I season it, I'm going to put my rod through it. Just kind of get it in the middle, I guess, you know, like such. And then you take a little these doohickeys. These sometimes are kind of a pain to thread on, but we'll get it. Something like this, you know. You just kind of gotta, to get it started, you gotta kind of work them in a little bit and just kind of center it. Same thing with the other side. And I guess you can see they got a little thing you just kind of unscrew. And you just kind of thread that on. Just kind of center it. Then you tighten the little nuts up on each side. The screws. Tighten the screws up, I should say. Something like that. I like to dry it off pretty good. I'm gonna stick this in the refrigerator until it's ready for lunch. And all right, I had to rinse the roast off, and I'm gonna restart the seasoning because I accidentally put chili powder on it. It does look the same as paprika. I mean, yeah. So this time I got paprika. So let me season it again. So I basically just add a little olive oil and just kind of coat that. I dried it off first, and then we're gonna add some thyme again. Like I said, just kind of sprinkle it on there. I find thyme goes really good with meat. Not a lot. Thyme has it can have a pretty strong taste if you use too much. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. If you want to add some salt, this is where you add some salt if you want it. I'm not adding any. Still watching my salt intake. Add some black pepper to it. Steak roast. Oh well, I just do it like this. Now here's where, if you want to, you can add some paprika. And I will. It's not really for taste. It's going to give it a little color, you know, make it look kind of a little different. Kind of like when you do deviled eggs. I'm not going to add any to the ends. Something like that. Like I said, add some salt if you want it. I don't want no salt. I've been using that dash and some other no salt seasonings at the table and been adjusting to it pretty good. Blood pressure has been dropping, so that's good. I checked it this morning. It was 130/86, so it's coming down nicely just from basically not using salt. All right, I'm gonna stick that in the refrigerator until I'm ready to cook, and that's gonna be in my air fryer in the rotisserie attachment. All right, this is gonna probably take between 25 and 35 to 40 minutes. I'm looking for an internal temperature of 145 degrees for pork, with probably about a 3 to 5 minute rest period. That way when you cut it, not too many juices come out. But so this is a Power XL. It has a rotisserie attachment in it, and let me show you how it goes in. So as you can see on each side in here, this little piece, there's a little indentation right here that this fits into, and on the other side there's one as well. Can't really get my light in it too well here to show it, but you see it on that side right there. So that's how it kind of fits in, and it doesn't really matter what side it goes in. Either side works. So what I usually do is you just slide this side in, and and just slide this side in, and when it locks, you won't be able to move it with your fingers. So that's locked in the rotisserie. And sometimes it's a little tricky. Like I said, you kind of gotta play with it a little bit, but you just slide it in on this side, then slide this side in, and that's pretty much locked. So that's how you do it. So let me show you how to turn it on now. So basically we're going to go ahead and put the door on. It's pretty hard to keep the door clean, I find. But it just kind of sits on there like that. It's kind of nice, it's removable. I do like that feature. All right, so that's in there. So to do the rotisserie, hit the power button, and we're looking for 375. And then basically you hit the start button. As soon as you do that, you hit this little button right here. This is for the rotisserie to activate it, and this is the light for it. May not be able to see it too good through the door. Like I said, usually when I wash this door, it gets water on the inside of it, and you can take it apart. I've actually taken this whole thing apart before because I did bacon in it and forgot to put the tray at the bottom, so grease like got everywhere in it. But it's pretty simple to take it apart. So I may take this door apart eventually to clean the inside, but you can see it spinning in there. So we'll just let that roll. The temperature is 375, and we're going to go ahead and increase it to 25 minutes. That'll get it started. All right, so we've been 23 minutes, and I just checked it, and currently we're sitting at about 103. So we got a little ways to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase my timer to another. I'm gonna just put it to 20 minutes. Then I'll check it in about another 10 minutes. All right, we'll let it go. As you can see, I had 2 minutes left, so I just do it like this. just let it go. All right, it's been 32 minutes and we're sitting at 141. It's creeping real slow, so I'm thinking another maybe 5 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, I actually went another 2 minutes, so total cook time was 34 minutes, and as you can see, it got a little over 145, so it didn't take much. Maybe I should have did a minute, then I should have checked it, but that's close. Like I said, that's good. So we're gonna call that good. And so the last few minutes, you really gotta watch it close, which I was. I only let it go 2 minutes, but all right. So that's how we do that, and then we're gonna let it sit a little while before we eat it. Probably we'll let it rest for 5 minutes or so, and the Power XL came with a nice little grabbing device here. You just kind of, that's how it's made. It got a little handle. You just kind of like grab it like this, and you lift up the right side first. And I'll just set it on a little plate here. So that's how we look. Not too bad, huh? And I'll show it when I get it set on the table here. So that's kind of a zoomed in shot. And like I say, we're gonna let that rest before we do anything to it. Plus it'll let the skewer cool down a little bit. 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. So pretty nifty looking, huh? Like I said, that's basically season it, and when you're ready to pop it in, between 30 and 40 minutes, just watch it the last few minutes where you don't overcook it. Okay, I went ahead and let it sit for, I guess, around 5 minutes or so, and I'll go ahead and slice it now and see what we got. So it had the string on it. You have 4 wraps, so this is how we look. You probably eat about that much of it. Pretty big chunk of pork meat there. Like I said, that's still juicy. I don't know if you can actually see that on the video, but still juicy. Not overcooked. Like I said, next time I need to watch a little bit more closely. I wanted to get it pretty much exactly 145, but that'll still be good. So I don't know if you can actually see the moisture in the meat, but it's still very moist. So there you go. And what I'm gonna do is I cooked some spaghetti. Chow. This is some regular thin wheat spaghetti, and I'm gonna have that. And I'm gonna take the gravy, and I got some unsalted butter. I'm gonna mix maybe a teaspoon with the gravy, and I'm gonna have that over my noodles. With probably a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel.